Okay, children, now we will be solving the exercise given at the chapter number 2 for the chapter number 2 at the page 44. This first exercise is going to be of the comprehension part, and the question one is choose A or B to answer the following questions. We have to choose A or B to answer the questions. First question is, who does Martha work for? Who does Martha work for? Martha works for whom? Martha works for Mrs. Medlock. Huh? Yes. Then where do Martha's brother and sisters live? They live in a small house or they live at a Misselthwaite Manor. Misselthwaite Manor. Where do they live? They live in a small house, right? Next is, why does Mary find Yorkshire moor ugly? Because there is nothing there or because everything is grey? She's bored. She doesn't find it good because there is no greenery, or and there is nothing to see there. So she doesn't find it. She does find it ugly, right? Who is Ben Weatherstaff? Martha's brother or the gardener's? He is the gardener. Where is the key to the secret garden? No one knows, only Mr. Craven's wife knows. No one knows, right? Match the two halves of the sentence below. Martha, Mary, Dickon, Ben Weatherstaff, and Mr. Craven likes playing on the moor, locked the door of the secret garden, brought Mary breakfast, works in the garden, and didn't want any breakfast. So, if you remember, Martha brought the breakfast for her Mary. So, this the first will be C, right? Then Mary, what did Mary do? Mary said, "I don't want to have breakfast." So, what can we write here? We can write here E, that Mary didn't want breakfast. And then is Dickens. Who's Dickens? Dickens, what, likes playing on the moor? Yes, Dickens is the brother of Martha, and he likes to play on the moor, right? And Ben Weatherstaff, who's Ben Weatherstaff? He's the gardener, huh? He works in the garden. So gardeners are the people who work in the garden. So we'll say D. Mr. Craven. Mr. Craven. Who is Mr. Craven? Mr. Craven locked the door of the secret garden, isn't it? Mr. Craven locked the door of the secret garden, right? Now we'll be going to the vocabulary part of it, okay? Okay, we can now see this word puzzle, and you can very easily solve if you write at the place of 1 BIRD, bird, right, and at this place of 2 breakfast, right, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and whatever uh, the numbers were given, you can just write whatever the numbers were given, you can just write and make this puzzle. Okay, now we go to the question 4, that is complete the following sentences using the adjectives in the book. uh, Here in this question you could just write at the place of one bard, bird, and then you could write at the place of two, secret, right, and then the breakfast, and then servant, and so on and so forth you can make, right. Now going over to the question 4, complete the following sentences using the adjectives in the book. Quiet, friendly, lonely, special, and full. You must be dash in the library. You must be. What should you do? You should be quiet in the library, right? This is the word we use here. And then Susan had no friends and felt dash on the first day at the new school. Once you don't have any friend, what you feel? You feel friendly? No, you feel lonely, right? To write lonely here. And Rome is a very dash place for me because I met my best friend there. Rome is a very special. Rome is a very special place for me because I met my best friend there. Then when the football match started, the stadium was dash of people. When the football starts, what can there be? Friendly, lonely, special, or full. It can be full. We can write full here, right? The new lady in the shop was very nice and friendly. This is the last word left, so we'll write here friendly, right? Now the following follow-up activities. We go to the follow-up activities next. Okay. Now we go to the following up activities. Now here we have to discuss mostly. So I'll be giving you some tips. You can discuss it with your friends and everybody, and then you can come up with a different answer as well. I would like you to exercise your mind and do it at your own. This is just a guideline for you. Both Mary and Dickinson became friends with animals. Do you like animals? Which is your favorite animal? You could have any. Some people have dogs, some people have cats, some people have horses, chickens, and so many pet animals people like. I'm giving you just an example. You can follow it, and but you should write your own answer, right? I'll give you just an example, okay? I like animals. Dog is my favorite animal. Dogs are very faithful. This is the reason why you like dogs. You may like cats. You can say that cats are very beautiful, or you may say horse. You can again say horses are very faithful, and um, you can say about the parrots. They are very beautiful. You can say about, you have to first of all tell, and then you have to tell the qualities of the. First of all, you have to tell that what is your choice, and then you have to tell why it is your choice. It may be beautiful, it may be faithful, it may be very loving, it may be very caring, right? So first of all you have to tell that which is your favorite animal, and then you have to tell why. Here I wrote dog is my favorite animal, and dogs are very faithful, right? Next is Mary lives far away from the city. Would you like to live in a place like that? I said, I like to go out in the countryside sometimes. I would not like to stay there as it is very quiet and boring in the countryside, right? You may say that I like to live in the countryside because it is very fascinating, or it is very beautiful, and I like greenery, and I like plants, and I like animals, so I like to live in the countryside. You may write this, okay? Then next is, do you think that Mary will find the key to the secret garden? Yes, I think she may find it, as she is very curious about it, right? And once you are curious about something, you are bound to, whenever you are making an effort for something, you definitely find it, right? So I think that she may find it, as she is very curious. Curious means that if you are trying hard to do something, or if you are trying hard to find something, or if you're trying hard to uh, get to know something, right? Then is, what do you think these strange noises? Excuse me. It was the sound of someone weeping in the distance, right? If you have heard it carefully, I think that it was the noise. It was the sound of somebody weeping in the distance, right? In far distance, not that far, but at a distance, somebody was uh, weeping, right? Well, now is the last that you have to uh, think yourself about Mary, and you have to write about the first day at the um, Misselthwaite, and you have to write about your first meeting with the Ben Weatherstaff, the gardener, and the Robin. And okay, I'll not write here completely. I'll just give you the key points. With these key points, you must write the sentences, right? Okay, I'll give you the key points, and then you write it at your own. Okay, here are the key points. First is very quiet and boring. Ben Weatherstaff, the gardener, the singing bird, asked question about the locked garden. Gardener got annoyed and left in hurry. So you may say that this was a very quiet. It was a very quiet and boring day, and she was feeling. I was feeling very. If you're writing as a Mary, then you say that today I spent a very quiet and boring day in the morning. It was very quiet and boring, and then I went out. I saw somebody, and I asked him his name, and he told me that his name is Ben Weatherstaff, and I told him what does he do, and he said that he takes care of the garden, and that meant that he was a gardener. And then I saw a bird which was singing. When I asked him about the bird, he said, "Ki this bird is my friend." And once he called the bird, he came and sat near him, and it, the name of the bird was Robin, and she also wanted to be friendly with the bird. And when she asked the bird that you want to be friendly, so the bird flew away, and I tried to. Once she says that I tried to find out that what was the thing behind the wall. And the gardener, once I insisted the gardener that I want to go um, behind the wall, the gardener said there is no door in the wall, and the gardener stopped her from talking further, and uh, gardener went away. Okay, you can write these things in your diary. Okay, I am giving you just the key points here today, right? So you will write with the help of these key points that I woke up in the morning, it was very quiet and boring, and then once I went out, I met somebody whose name was Ben Weatherstaff, and he was the gardener. Then I saw a singing bird. When I asked about the bird, the gardener told me that the bird was his friend, and his name was Robin. And the robin came, and Robin was very friendly to the garden. I wanted to be friends of the bird, but he flew away to either side of the wall. Once I asked the gardener about the other side of the wall, the gardener got annoyed, and he said that there is no door opening through this wall, and gardener went away. And I was very curious that what is there behind the wall. Okay.